and also we'll focus on some important topics that are relevant to you. So I wish that you go through. You can open your soft copy of study material, and especially the units. Okay, so I will guide you to certain important units which you need to focus, and topics also. Okay, so you can open this unit number 19, and we are on this modern Arabic prose and poetry. And if you remember, in the previous session we had discussed certain things like modern uh, um, literary trends in modern Arabic literature. We had discussed about migration, al-adab al-mahjari, or migrant literature in Arabic. We had also discussed about some eminent poets and some important writers, especially writers like uh, Taha Hussein and Mustafa Lutfi al-Manfluti. We had also discussed about Khalil Gibran, Khalil, and so all these details. In fact, we and I hope that you have noted down certain points, and now we will start revising all that in the light of the material that we have with us. Okay, so first I want you to open this. Okay, this unit number 19, and the title is Jubran Khalil Jubran. In the previous session, we had discussed about him, and I had not mentioned in detail about his life and works. So here you will find the details in this study material. So you can see this unit number 19 starts with introduction, and here you find this you know details about Gibran Khalil Gibran, a great writer who had great impact on his time, and his impact among on the minds of the people of his time, and his literary production, and the kind of which all these details. Then نبذة عن جبران خليل جبران وعمله, and you know details about his life and works and all that. So here you'll find 19.2, and here you can read it. Okay, جبران خليل جبران كاتب وشاعر ورسام وفنان. Okay, ولد في أسرة مسيحية مارونية في اليوم السادس من شهر يناير 1883 في قرية لبنانية اسمها بشرى، تقع في شمال لبنان، ونشأ في أحضان الفقر. So all these details in Arabic, of course. So I think that most of you are able to understand the text. In case some of you are not able to understand, or any issue or problem, so I hope that you will come with certain details. So all that details we will open uh, one by one, and just have a cursory glance. Okay, and I will point out to certain important topics which you need to focus on uh, right now. Okay, so I will take it up, but before that I had told you in the previous session that you need to uh, at least some of you should make preparation, and come here and make some presentation. So let me know whether you are able to prepare on yourself, or how how much you are able to gain from all that we are giving in terms of study material, and even live session that we are conducting here. So just want to know from you whether you are able to understand. Okay, so for that purpose I had given you, you can say, some assignments like that. You will come here and speak about, suppose, certain things like I had told you, that الرواية تطور الرواية, or development of novel in Arabic, or development of short story in Arabic, and or drama in Arabic. Okay, المسرحية, القصة القصيرة, الرواية. So some of you should be able to speak on these topics, because these are extremely important topics, and they will. So uh, since you are joining these sessions, so make sure that you make preparation by utilizing this opportunity. And this should not be one way, okay, communication. I just keep on giving you the lecture and information, and without listening from you, in fact, how much you are able to gain, or how much you are able to prepare. Okay, so before I start revising and going through unit by unit, in fact, and point out certain important topics that are there in course number 3, modern Arabic prose and poetry, which certainly I will do today. I want to hear from you, okay, especially about, again, development of short story, development of novel, or drama in Arabic. So one by one, okay, some of you should come forward and speak. You can speak in Arabic, or better if you speak English, so that many other people also are able to, or students are able to understand. Okay, so who is coming forward? Yes, you can either speak about novel in Arabic, or رواية, تطور رواية, or you can speak تطور القصة القصيرة, development of short story, or you can speak about تطور المسرحية, that is development of drama. Okay. Yes, who will do it first? I think you should not hesitate. Whatever information you have gathered and whatever you know, okay, you should be able to say it. Okay. Naufal, Zishan, anybody? Wahida, I can see some name on the screen. Fatima. Okay, who is going to speak? Is there anyone? Yes. Okay, are you going to speak or not? No, I am saying, has any of you prepared on this? تطور الرواية, تطور القصة القصيرة, أو تطور المسرحية. Has anyone prepared?
Sir. Kissa Kasira is a short story. Short story is a narration. Narration is prose.
Yeah,
Is is it talking about Arabic or
yeah,
English?
Arabic short
Which
story.
is
Yeah,
subject? Which is
yeah.
language, sir?
Any language, English
Arabic.
or Arabic. Yeah, but development of short story in Arabic. Okay, can you tell something about it?
Which is I'm prepared for this Arabic language is a Kissa Kasira. Kissa Kasira is هذه العربية إن لها فوائد أدبية وثقافية وفكرية إضافة إلى فوائد اللغوية، فهي تساعد الطلاب على تحسين المهارات اللغوية، استماع والتحدث والقراءة والكتابة، الأربع المهارات، والكتابة بشكل أكثر فعالية بسبب الفائدة التحفيزية المضمنة في القصص. علاوة على ذلك يمكن للطلاب الاكتساب نظرة ثاقبة في الأدب من خلال سير في العالم مألوف أو غير مألوف بسبب الجانب الكافية لقصص ويستطيع الدارس القصة كثيرا من تعلم اللغة العربية فصحى بطريقة السهلة وشيقة. إن مدخل القصة كثيرة العربية ظهرت من أدب العربية الفنون النثرية خلال القرن التاسع عشر، وهي تحتل مكانا مرموقا بين النصوص الأدبية المختلفة وتعد من أكثرها رواية بحكم طبيعتها المتسمة بالكسر والبساطة، وهي متكيفة مع بيئات الثقافية الجديدة، حيث بدأ الكتاب استخدامها وسيلة تعبير المشاكل الاجتماعية والسياسية، وهي مشهورة بينها المحكم يعني نهايته المحددة. في قرن العشرين على أيدي مجموعة من الكتاب العرب والمفكرين وعلى رأسهم وفي غير محمود التيمور يوسف إدريس وزكريا بطمور واستعرفك هذه الوعدة على فن القصة كثيرة، وهؤلاء الكتاب البارزين وأنماط كتاباتهم القصة كثيرة ونشرها في في قرن العشرين. تمهيد تمهيد القصة كثيرة هي حكاية تجمع من حقيقة والخيال، ويمكن قراءتها في مدة تتراوح بين ربع ساعة وثلاث أربع ساعة، وأن تكون على جانب من الإمتاع والتشويق. القصة قصيرة من أشكال النثر العربي التي عرفوها العرب على مختلف أزمانهم وبيئاتهم، وكان لها ضرورتها ودواعيها. شأنها في ذلك شأن الخطابة والأمثال والماثورات الحكمية وغيرها. شاع قصة قصيرة في كسر الحديث، وقد ساعد على ظهورها وانتشارها بأسلوبها الجديد احتكاك الشرق بالغرب. عناصر القصة قصيرة خامس العناصرات. العنصر الأول حدث، العنصر الثاني الشخصيات، العنصر الثالث الحبكة، العنصر الرابع البناء والنسيج. البناء اللغة والنسيج والأسلوب. العنصر الخامس اللحظة التنوير، وهي الحل والفكرة وتمهيدها. بعض الرواد القصة القصيرة العربية وكتبهم: زكريا والتامور. الأول أديب وصحفي وكاتب سوري ومن مجموعة القصصية،
Okay.
وهي
Okay. Much good. at least you have mentioned all this. So this is the tatawur al-qissa al-qasira. Okay, and then comes the names. Okay, so Zakaria, Tamir, and you know uh, and others, Mahmoud, Taimur, and many other people, okay, who have contributed to this. Now this is the area where you need to focus. Okay, uh, you should also learn about the personalities associated with the development of you know Qissa al-Qasira, means those who have contributed to this. So certainly you will learn, and that is there in your study material. But the important thing is development, tatawwur al-Qissa al-Qasira. Okay, so this part is important, and you need to focus. Okay, you need to focus on it. Now, can anybody briefly tell the point that main points of this text is what are the main points that you have learned from this al-qissa al-qasira, the okay, Mushi, you have presented it. Now what are the main points that you have learned from it? تطور القصة القصيرة, from this اقتباس, what is the main point that you have learned? Can anyone present the points? You can do it either in Arabic or English. Okay. Yeah, Jishana, Naufal, anyone? Wahida? Okay, come on. Just mention certain important points related to Al-Qissa al-Qasira. That is the short story, okay? Development of short story. What are the main points or main facts, okay? Well, can anybody come forward? Yes? Yes, Fauzia. Yes, Fauzia has raised the hand. Yes, speak. Is any is anybody able to speak? Okay, Mushri, can you mention this in a Tatawur Revaya? Tatawur Revaya. Mushri AP. Can you mention this? Yes, go ahead. Mushri, can you mention?
ها
Yes, تطور الرواية.
تطور الرواية is development of novel. Novel is prepared for essay for is more than person. Is included more than person also is nature and surrounded to situations is
Hmm.
criticize or is
Hmm.
thousands of words and 150 thousands or words is included is short stories about more than words is novel. Novels is scripted by is lifestyles is story. Mm,
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, mention something else. Who are the main personalities associated with the development of novel in Arabic? Mention some names. Okay, now leave it. Now, all of you can, should open course number 3, Modern Arabic Prose and Poetry. And this is
Tawfiqul Hakim is Arabic. Tawfiqul Hakim sir Ravi.
Tafel Hakim is, yeah, associated with the, yes, with the Arabic novel. Yeah, but most of his works uh, are related to, drama, Arabic drama, al-Masrahiyya. So, major contribution, mm, his major contribution is to the field of,
Rafat Tahtawi.
yeah, yes, 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 and
Khalil Gibran.
yes, Khalil Gibran.
Ahmad Shauki.
Ahmad
Ahmad
Shawqi
Shauki
is a
is
poet. Hmm.
شاعر أنا.
Or Shair, yes, he's a poet. Okay, see, uh, will you all be appearing in exam or not? How many of you will be appearing in exam?
Yeah, no clear sir.
Hmm?
No, no clear clarity voice.
I am saying, will you be appearing in exam? Will you appear in exam, next exam, June exam?
I paid is June June exam അല്ലേ paid.
Hmm. If you are going to appear in the next, June exam, then you need to prepare, okay? And some important these topics you should be able to write on these topics. تطور الرواية، تطور القصة القصيرة، تطور المسرحية، جبران خليل جبران، طه حسين، مصطفى لطفي المنفلوطي. You need to know about all these. Otherwise you will not be able to write in exam.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. uh, I see many people perhaps are not preparing, and see, we have given you all these study material, so you need to, and enough information is there about all these topics. So why don't you prepare? Because exam, there will be questions, different type of questions in exam, and you should be able to handle all that. Okay, but you can attempt the questions only if you are prepared. Suppose if I say something about Khalil Gibran and then go again, and then say something else, take another topic and then say something, but ultimately it is your job to prepare, okay, these topics. Without preparation you will not be able to write an exam, okay, it will be very difficult for you. So all that I can say is, uh, still there is time for you, and utilize the time well and prepare for this. Okay, so suppose modern Arabic prose, unit 1, Gibran Khalil Gibran is very important figure, literary figure. He deserves the attention of everyone, and details about his life and work are already there in your chapters or units. So go through it and prepare your notes, and then you know practice it before you go for exam. Similar, Dr. Taha Hussain, his life and work, and which details about all these. Unit number 2 deals with Dr. Taha Hussain, and each and every unit has word and meaning and all that, and also plenty of exercises for you to consolidate your learning. So do it. All these units deserve the focus. Unit number Next unit is Mustafa Lutfi al Manfuluti. So here again you have to you know know about his early life, who was Mustafa Lutfi al Manfuluti, where he was born and brought up, his basic education, initial education, uh, his study, his environment in which he was brought up, his contribution to the field of Arabic literature, his books, and the main features of his book. All these you should be able to tell. So focus on it. Without that, it will be very difficult, I think, to clear the exam. Okay, and you have many other scholars, and especially prose writers, who need a focus study. So without that it will be very difficult. I am telling it time and again, but you people don't seem to listen to me, and you need to participate. You need to demonstrate your skill, your study is how much you demonstrate your preparation here. Just coming empty handed will not help you much. So focus on it. So all these units go one by one. In case you are not able to understand certain portion, take help of some of your colleagues who are competent enough. You can also mark certain portion that you don't understand, and you can come here and you can ask me. I will explain everything, including the text and everything. Okay. So again, the same thing is a lot of self study is required on your part. Then I will be able to guide you in a more effective manner. Okay. And especially these, Mustafa Lutfi and Malfuluti, Taha Hussein, Khalil Gibran Khalil, you should be able to handle, okay, properly. You should be able to write 2 3 pages on their life, on their important works, okay, all that. Then this, entire work, means this uh, course 3, Modern Arabic Prose and Poetry, uh, does have some important sections. Like if you see unit number 22, which we just had taken up right now, Modern Arabic Novel. And here you have Najib Mahfouz, Ali Ahmad Bakathir, Hanna Mina, Abdul Hamid, Joda Sahar, all these leading figures who contributed immensely to the development of Arabic novel. So your preparation should start first. It's like this, that first you should focus on the development of Arabic novel or تطور الرواية العربية. So you can start how Arabic novel developed, and different stages of the development of Arabic novel, and then main elements of Arabic novel, and then who are the people associated with the development of Arabic novel. So you should be able to, and the books, important works of Arabic novel, okay, all that you should be able to mention while writing on this development of Arabic novel. Just keep, this entire chapter before you, this unit number 22, and especially 22.2, Modern Arabic Novel and Introduction. From here you can start, okay, and then go on and some prominent Arabic novelists and their novels, okay, رواد الرواية العربية ورواياتهم, all these should be able to mention, okay. Then you find the 22.4, where we are discussing Najib Mahfouz life and works. I have also told you earlier that this literary figure is very important. He is the person, is the only person who got the Nobel Prize in Arabic literature, and he is the one who introduced Arab society to the world outside, especially Egyptian society. So nobody has depicted the society of Egypt of modern time as Najib Mahfouz had done. So he is very important figure, literary figure. You need to while discussing تطور الرواية, development of Arabic novel, you should be able to mention Najib Mahfouz and his works. or separately also you should prepare. Najib Mahfouz, as I told you, is very important, so you should prepare separate. I mean, Najib Mahfouz, his early life, his education, his background or society, social background, or the environment he was brought up in, and people he was influenced with. Okay, so all these things you should be able to tell or mention. Okay, while writing about Najib Mahfouz. Then his major works, and if you can mention the important features of his works, so all this will be really good, okay, for you. So we have given here Namudat min nas, or the example from the text of Najib Mahfouz. If you have time, you can go through it, or if you like to read it, it will certainly help you improve your language. But if you cannot, or you don't have time, or time is short, I know, so you can skip this part, okay, Namudat, because that may not be very important, but try to read if you can. That will help you. But if you feel that time is short, then focus on تطور الرواية العربية وبعد ذلك نجيب محفوظ حياته وأعماله. Okay, so these are important things. We have also given الكلمات الصعبة ومعانيها, difficult words with meanings. But yes, the meaning is only in Arabic, and it's not in English. So those of you who can do it with the help of Arabic only, they can go ahead. And those who cannot, then they have to take some pain and start searching the meaning in English. Okay, because it is not possible to give everything, because we want you to work. Okay, work for this. So then next, like you see 22.7, and here you have another author or novelist, Ali Ahmed Bakathir. So hayatuhu wa amaluhu. Okay, so he is important. He has also all these figures. You should be able to go through it and try to mention certain important facts about them. Okay, so note down their important facts related to their life, their education, their upbringing, and all that. Also some important works of works and some important books that they have produced. Okay, so this is, again, here you can, if you like, you can read the text, sample text 22.8. Here we have extract from one of his works, and we have given it to help you develop some taste of the language. Okay, Arabic language, or just taste the their style of writing, to become familiar with their style of writing. Okay, that is the idea. So it's always good to read all that, to go through it. But again, if you cannot, and if you feel that time is short and you have many more things to do in terms of preparation for the examination, or doing this course, then you can skip this part and focus on the main things again. Okay, only personalities you can focus on. So Hanna Mina is another 22.10, and here you find Hanna Mina Hayatuhu wa Amaluhu. So everything is written here very clearly. Some of you may face some difficulty in understanding the text, but that is something we are at this stage we cannot help you. Only we can say that you consult some other colleagues of yours who are good in Arabic and who are able to read it and understand the text, or who can explain this to you if you want it. Okay, so this is Hanna Mina. Again, some you will find some sample text taken from the books produced by Hannamina, written by Hannamina. This is the pattern. Okay, so here in this unit you have seen development of novel, and you have also seen this in this unit some important figures associated with development of Arabic novels, their life and their books also or works. Okay, so the entire unit number 22 I will say is very important, but especially development of Arabic novel and the people associated with it or writers associated with it are need deserve or need the your focus. Okay, again unit number 23, and here you find Arabic short story or al-qissa al-qasira. Okay, so a brief introduction 23.2, and here you'll find what is al-qissa, what is a short al-qissa al-qasira, what is a short story. Okay, and detail you see here. Okay, all this. And عناصر القصة القصيرة is main components of short story, and here you see العنصر الأول السرد، العنصر الثاني الشخصيات، العنصر الثالث الحبكة، العنصر الرابع البناء والنسيج، العنصر الخامس لحظة التنوير or they call it الحل والفكرة. So these important things you find while doing this عناصر القصة. So you should be able to tell what are the ما هي عناصر القصة القصيرة. Okay, ما هي القصة القصيرة, what is a short story, and ما هي عناصر القصة القصيرة, what are the main elements of short story or components of short story. Okay, so these are the details mentioned in your book. Okay, then you can start with 23.4, where you find Mahmoud Taimur حياته وعمله. So he is the person associated with the development of short story in Arabic. That's why you find the mention of his name under this unit. Okay, so نبذة عن حياة وأعمال محمود تيمور, the life and works of Mahmoud Taimur, and all the details. Okay, so go through again, you need to read it, and it's always to collect some important points related to some important facts. So whenever you read the text, suppose you are reading this text about نبذة عن حياة وأعمال محمود تيمور, this information that we have given about life and works of Mahmoud Taimur. So try to read and then collect important facts. You need not jot down everything. You need not produce everything as it is. That is not required. But what is certainly required is your ability to produce certain important facts related to his life and works. Okay, certain important facts related to his life and work. So suppose ولد محمود تيمور في السادس في الشهر السادس يونيو, and this is the date. Okay, just in your screen, on your screen you can see it. Okay, 1894, and this place, and then all these details you find. So you can pick and choose, okay, important facts that you like, that you think that is important. So, and if you can do it whole everything, Very good. So العوامل التي أثرت في حياة محمود تيمور, and here you find main factors that helped mold his personality and give shape to his personality and all that. So here again you find all that. Okay, العوامل. Then موقفه من الواقعية. Okay, الواقعية, if you remember, we had discussed in the earlier session, previous session. الواقعية, الرمزية, الكلاسيكية. Okay, الحركات الأدبية, literary movements. So الواقعية, realism. Okay, الرمزية, symbolism. الكلاسيكية, okay, الأدب الكلاسيكي, الكلاسيكية. Okay, all these we had, الرومانسية we had discussed, romanticism. Okay, so الرومانسية والرمزية والواقعية, all that we had. Now here موقفه من الواقعية, his stand on realism. So what did he say about it? What was his opinion? Was it for it or against it? All that details, okay, you can find. دعوته للأدب المصري. So this 23.4, Mahmoud Taimur, life and works. Okay, you need to read it time and again. Then you find several texts. Okay, those of you who can read it and understand the text, it's always recommended that they should not ignore the text. They should continuously read it. Okay, can you find another writer? His name is Yusuf Idris, 23.7. And on the same pattern, you find a brief introduction of his life and his works. And remember that these are the people associated with short story writing in Arabic. These are the figures, okay? Eminent personalities who have contributed to the development of short story writing in Arabic. And we have selected again some beautiful texts from their literary work to help you feel the text, to help you understand, okay, the kind of the style they use while writing, uh, or simply just have a look at it. Okay, and difficult words with meaning, but again the meaning is in Arabic, and the idea is to help you explore more. If you cannot understand this in Arabic, so you need to consult Arabic English dictionary, and there you will find the meaning of all this. Okay, then you have Zakaria Tamir and Hayatuhu wa Amaluhu. So who is Zakaria Tamir? Where was he born? What type of education and training he got? What type of professions he engaged in? And what type of literary works he produced? What are the main features of his literary works? The answer to all these you'll find in this text. 23.10, Zakaria Tamir, Hayatuhu wa Amaluhu. I hope that many of you are able to understand it. Okay, many of you will be able to write at least 2-3 pages on such type of important literary figures in Arabic. And even if there is question related to development of short story, so you should mention different stages of development of short story, and In that also you can mention the name of all these people and their contribution. Okay. So again, you have sample text, but read it if you have time. In case you find that it's difficult or you don't have time to go through it, then you can leave it and focus on some other important topics which you know you cannot ignore or should not ignore. Okay. Now unit number 24 is تطور المسرحية في الأدب العربي الحديث. And uh, previous units you saw the development of تطور الرواية, the development of novel, and تطور القصة القصيرة, and here you have تطور المسرحية في الأدب العربي الحديث. So again the introduction. Okay, what is المسرحية? So suppose very simple: تعد المسرحية أحلى الفنون الجميلة وأحسن الوسائل التعبيرية، وتمثل أقدم أداة اكتشفها البشر للتفرج والاستمتاع. And then it details, okay, مسرحية, about مسرحية or development of novel. And here you find that development of, because as we had discussed in the earlier session also, that a short story is a new phenomenon in Arabic. It came from Western literature. So even ancient Western literature had some form of drama. Okay. And here in this unit you'll find details about those things. Okay, you will find all that. So a name of all these names you find in English also. You can go through it, but this is not very important thing for you. Okay, because we are more concerned about the development of drama in Arabic. So it is a kind of background only. It shows that drama was one of the oldest literary genre that developed in Western literature. Uh, that is all. Okay. But the main thing that you need to focus on is development of drama in Arabic. And here it can help, if you read like 24.4 مدارس المسرحية الكلاسيكية والرومانسية. Okay, here you will find uh, some details. But again, classicia relates to those Greek uh, drama, or even ancient things that were produced during those time. Okay. And you find that madrasa romancia, this is something new. And you find its features, important features, its and all these. So again, it's a long topic, and you need not go through each and every part, because it contains a lot of information. Only important thing that you can mention here is 24.7 al-adab al-arabi wal-masrahiyya. Now here you will find that Arabic, the development of drama in Arabic, and who were the main people or main writers who contributed to this field. So one by one you'll find the names of all those and what type of works they have produced. And from Marwan al-Naqash to Yaqub bin Sanu to Salim al-Naqash, Muhammad Usman Jalal, Ahmad Abul Khalil al-Qubani, and Mustafa Kamil, and Farh Untun, Ibrahim al-Ramzi. You yourself can pick up, okay, all these names. These names are there in the main body of the text. So collect those names from there. These are the main, people or main figures, literary figures who contributed to this area. Ibrahim al-Ramzi, okay, Yusuf Wabi, Tawfiq al-Hakim, Saadullah al-Nus, all these, okay. So this is very important. This part you need to focus a lot, and try to read as much as you can several times, then try to simple write as, prepare a simple note. If you want to prepare through note or simple through text, it's up to you how do you prepare, but it is going to be very important, and you should not, you cannot ignore it, okay. So this part is very important. Try to focus on it, okay. Then another thing, while discussing the drama or development of al-masrahiyya, طور المسرحية, you find that al-masrahiyya الشعرية is another important thing, component. So drama, most of the time you find like a prose, okay, prose form. But there is, masrahiyya or drama in poetry form, okay. And there are some towering personalities who have taken up this and produced some excellent work on this. So Khalil al-Yataji, if you open 24.9, Khalil al-Yazji is one of those, and his Masrahiyya al-Maruwat wal-Wafa. Okay, Muhammad Uthman Jalal is another person who has contributed. Ahmad Shauqi has is a very known figure, is a very known figure whose contribution to field this field is very important. So Majnun Laila, Antara, Qambiz, Ali Bikal Kabir, Cleopatra, all these are the Masrahiyya Shi'riya. Okay, Masrahiyya, where Ahmad Shauqi, who is essentially a poet or eminent poet, okay, of Arabic, who he has also contributed to this form. He has written drama, but that is in poetry form. Okay, so we call it al-Masrahiyya al-Shi'riya. And many other people also have followed it. Mahmoud Ghanim, Abdurrahman al-Sharqawi, Salah Abdul Sabur. Okay, all these are the people. So two parts, تطور المسرحية العربية. On the one hand, you need to prepare well. At the same time, on the other hand, you should also not forget المسرحية التطور المسرحية الشعرية. Okay, that is another important thing. So I would like you to go through this also. This is again going to be very important chapter, and you should not, ignore it. Then you find, modern Arabic poetry, and here you find Ahmad Shauqi. Suppose unit number 25, and here you find Introduction to Modern Arabic Poetry, Ahmad Shauqi, Hafiz Ibrahim, Ma'ruf, Rosafi, all these, okay. What we call رواد النهضة الحديثة في الشعر, okay. And Ahmad Shauqi is called Amir al-Shu'ara. This is the laqab, okay. He was given during a special ceremony held in his honor in Opera House of Egypt. Some of the eminent figures and poets from all over Arab world They gathered to felicitate Ahmad Shauqi and recognize and highlight his contribution to the Arabic poetry. That is, and he was declared as Amiru Shu'ara, okay, as a leader of all the poets of his time. So that is, al makana, or the status of Ahmad Shauqi. That is his prestige. Now, he, he is important poet, very very important poet of not only Egypt but also Arab world. So you will find details about 25.2. Okay, an overview of the poet Ahmad Shauqi. Details about his life, his you know education, his social background, his struggles in life, and kings and princes he associated with, and his important works of poetry, his important works of drama. All these details you find here. Then you have a poem 25.3, Qasidat Ghab Bolun. This is very famous poem by Ahmad Shauqi. I think you should focus on this poem. You should be able to read this poem and understand. In case you find any difficulty, you should consider the meaning of these words given, all the difficult words given in this unit. So Qasidat Ghab Bolun is very important, piece of poetry by Ahmad Shauqi. So try to read it and understand it. Okay. And the good thing is that this these lines, the lines in this poem, have been explained in detail in the text itself. So 25.5 you find explanation of the poem. Though the explanation is in Arabic, I hope that you will be able to understand it. In case you find difficulty, do it in a group, okay? So that you are able to have a discussion, and collectively you should prepare, okay? You should prepare together. But the explanation is already there. So again, you should not forget it. Again, go through it. Exercises, it is up to you whether you do or not. Uh, if you do it, you will certainly consolidate your learning. If you have time constraint, then you can ignore it. Okay. Then Hafiz Ibrahim, another important Egyptian poet, a poet who started from a very humble background and reached to the glory and attained the glory, okay, in the field of Arabic poetry, modern Arabic poetry. So he was a Sha'ir al-Mujtama, a poet of the society, was Sha'ir al-Sha'ab as well, and the people's poet as well. So he was able to depict the suffering, pain, deprivation, problems of the common people of Egypt or of his time. That is why he is called Sha'ir al-Sha'ab. Also Sha'ir al-Mujtama, again, for the reason that he was concerned about the social upliftment of the people, and he was concerned about everything that was going on in the society during the time. So he wanted to improve the situation through his these poetic works. So Hafiz Ibrahim 25.7, an overview of the poet. Okay, here you have the details. Okay, so here you can go through it. And one of the most important poems of Hafiz Ibrahim is his Qasida al-Lugha al-Arabiya, means where he talks about or laments about neglect of Arabic language by its own people. And here it's like a matim, okay? It's like uh, that why the people are adopting other languages, why they are running after other languages. Though Arabic is one of the finest languages, most beautiful languages, it's the language of the Quran and Hadith. It is the language which could be able to accommodate all the thoughts and ideas. Okay, that were there in Quran. So how can this language fail to express the everything that is found in modern period? All these names of different modern inventions and modern instruments, uh, uh, and everything in different fields of life that are there in today's world. So how can Arabic fail to do it? Okay, Arabic also can do the same. It's a very rich language. It has the potential. It has rich vocabulary. It has a long history, and it has everything. So that is very beautiful poem. Okay, Al-Luqa al-Arabiya 25.8, and here he says رجعت لنفسي فاتهمت حصاتي وناديت قومي فاحتسبت حياتي رموني بوقم في الشباب وليتني أقمت فلم أجزع لقول عداتي ولدت ولما لم أجد لعرائسي رجالا وعكفا أن وعدت بناتي وسعت كتاب الله لفظ وغاية وما ضقت عن عائن به وعظاتي فكيف أضيق اليوم عن وصف آلة وتنسيق أسماء لمخترعاتي أنا البحر في أحشائه الدر كامل فهل سأل الغواص عن صدفاتي. Each and every line is so meaningful, so beautiful that really this Arabic itself is saying, okay, that Anil Bahro, I am the ocean, okay, and if you delve deep into it, you'll find that pearls are there in the deep of the ocean, depth of the ocean. I am the ocean, okay. So just ask those who make dive into the sea about the kind of the pearls that I have. So those who are just mute spectator standing on the shore, they cannot understand how much pearls this sea has. Okay, so Arabic language is like a sea, it's like a bahr, والبحر فيها الجواهر الفريدة الدرر والآلي موجودة فيها. Okay, Hire or Moti, all these are there. Okay, in this. So Anil Bahru. So some people say, oh, Arabic, how can we express these, modern terms, modern words, expressions in Arabic language? How can we? It's ancient language. It's not possible. So let's speak English. Let's speak this language, that language. Now Arabic itself is tashku. It's complaining that why don't you use me? I have all that words. Just go deep into my ocean. You'll find everything there. But problem is not with me. Problem is yours, that you just feel that Arabic does not have all this. But the reality is completely different. Okay. So this is, I will I will say that try to read this, and the more you read, you more find it meaningful. If you are able to understand this poem, it will be very good for you. Okay, it's a bit long poem, but it's one of the finest poems of Arabic, modern Arabic. Okay, then meaning of difficult words, and you can also read with the help of the meaning of the difficult words that are given. Again, words are in Arabic only, but don't just shy away from it. Just try to read it, and you can consult English dictionary also. Okay, and if you feel and explanation of the poem, each and every line has been explained. Okay, though explanation is only in Arabic, but I think that some of you will certainly benefit, and those who can benefit should also explain to others if they can. Okay, so each and رجعت لنفسي فاتهمت حصاتي وناديت قومي فاحتسبت حياتي رموني بأقم في الشباب وليتني أقمت فلم أجزع لقول عداتي. Okay, all these and explanation you see here 25.10. Okay, so go through it. Yeah, each and every line is there. Okay, all the explanation. And then تدريبات على الفهم والاستيعاب means there are exercises, means how much you have understood these poems, these lines. So here you have questions and all that. If you can attempt it and do it, nothing good like this. Okay, it will be certainly good. All these. Then you have here another poet, Maruf Rusafi, 25.12. And same thing here, you find these life details and everything about him that is there. Certain important points you should select from it. And then you have his poems with selections, 25.13. You have selections of his poem and with meaning and all these details you find here. Okay, and then Sharhul Qasida, explanation of the poem, you find here 25.15. And again the same details with in a full detail you find all these. That is there. I'm not taking up each and every line and explaining to it, because it's already there, so there is no point in fact repeating the same, reading it for you. But yes, if you do the group study, I am focusing on it time and again, group study, then you will benefit a lot. Okay, especially those people perhaps who can explain it in their mother tongue also, that will be very good. Okay, and English, that is the best thing that can happen, because if you cannot write in Arabic, you are allowed to write in English as well. Okay, but apart from these two languages, Arabic and English, you are not allowed to write in any other language. But for understanding the text or for explanation, you can use any language you want. Okay, so uh, anybody who can explain this in your mother tongue, that is very good. Okay, for so you can, so that you are able to understand it. But finally you have to write in English only, or Arabic. Okay, not in any other third language. Okay, and again the exercises and all that as usual. Okay, you find, and this conclusion and everything. Okay, so this was the unit which was very important. Here here you had Hafiz Ibrahim and his poem, especially uh, his poem on Arabic language, and how this language is asking its people to use it as much as they can, and they should not run after other Western languages, other languages, because Arabic itself is a rich language and it has so much in its kitty. So they should not uh, move to other languages for expressing their ideas and expressing things related to modern life. Okay, so Arabic is capable of that and it's doing very well. So they should not pay attention to others and not should go. They need not, in fact. Okay, so that is beautiful poem, and it's indeed worth reading. Okay, so do it. Now going to this moving unit number 26, and here you find Ruwadun Nahda al Haditha Fisher. So pioneers of any modern awakening in the poetry. What the modern components added to the poetry? Okay, and who were the people in fact who worked on it and who took up as important task. So among them is Ash-Sha'ir Khalil Matran, and details about him 26.2, where you find overview of the poet Khalil Matran and his all this hayatuhu wa amaluhu. You find the details here, and Qasida followed by Qasida 26.3, explanation of the Qasida and then explanation of the poem. Okay, it's very simple poem, but still it has deep meaning and very enchanting, like lines. So good to, you should pay attention to it and read it if you can. If you cannot, in case you again feel that time is short and I have to prepare more, so you can skip it and go to the 26.7, الشاعر أحمد زكي أبو شادي حياته. Okay, and مساهمته. So there are other poets also who can be called رواد النهضة الحديثة في الشعر العربي الحديث. And it is up to you. Omar Abu Risha, okay, Mahmoud Darwish. Mahmoud Darwish, is a Palestinian poet, very eminent poet, in fact, who depicted the society there, their problems, issues, challenges, exploitation, discrimination, and displacement and colonial settlement. Many things, in fact, in a very moving fashion. He describes everything. He deserved the study. And so all these poets you should go through the details that we have given about them and their life especially and social background and the way they have worked and their important contribution, all that you should mention in your while writing about them. Okay, so these were the poets who have made contribution. And so if you go through this entire text, okay, entire material of course number 3, you will find that this has you know important figures of both prose and poetry. So on the one hand, you have Taha Hussein, Khalil Gibran, Mustafa Lutfi Manfroti. Okay. On the other hand, you have people or literary figures like Najib Mahfouz. Okay, like Mahmoud Taimur, like Tawfiq Al Hakim. Then you have poets like Khalil Matran, like Ahmed Shauqi, Hafiz Ibrahim, Khalil Matran. Then modern poets like Ahmed Zaki Abu Shadi, like poets like you have Omar Abu Risha, Mahmoud Darwish. So these, are all are important figures, and details about them are mentioned there. Okay, form small groups, sit together, prepare notes, try to digest everything that you have written in the note, and all these will help you in your exam. Practice if you can. Practice how to write answers to all that. Then we will hold, hopefully, in the days to come, any special session where we will again guide you about exam preparation for those who are going to appear in the term exam. Okay, this is our effort to facilitate you, to help you, because you are the beginner batch. Later on we will, perhaps, we do not know how much we can do it for others, but at least for this batch, because they need a bit of hand holding. And I know that you are far from us, and these are the initial batches, so it's really challenging. And so we will try our best to give you the support as much as we can. But no matter how much support we extend to you, if you do not work, if you do not study, if you do not work on these chapters or titles or units that we have given to you, if you do not read it time and again, if you do not discuss it or make the notes or write the points and all these, then perhaps our efforts will not bear fruit, much fruit, in fact. Okay, it will happen only when we and you both sit together, both do at the same time. I am just pointing out, highlighting certain important portions where you need to focus your attention, which you need to prepare, Okay, now up to you how much you are able to do it, because after all I am not there always with you, okay, to see your progress, to know your progress, to check your progress, everything you have to do on your own or with the help of your colleagues or in a group, okay, if you can. So rest in the forthcoming session, perhaps we will be having more, we'll take up any question if you want, any doubt, clarification of doubt from us, from our side, so we are there for you. But ultimately it's your everything, okay, the ball ultimately is in your court. You have to play it. How beautiful you play, how much time you are able to devote, everything depends upon it, okay. Despite all the best effort that we make, if you do not make effort, put in effort many times than we do, especially during the period of examination, perhaps it will be very difficult for you to clear it, okay. So still there is time, I think there is time, and all of you should be making very serious effort and take benefit as much as you can from the study material that we have circulated. Just keep in mind all these important things that we are discussing every day these days in online sessions. Mark them, try to focus on them, prepare everything accordingly as per your own style, as per your own convenience, whether in night or in day or in morning or evening or in the dead of night, middle night, whenever. It's up to you. Important thing is that you should come to the examination fully prepared. That is the important thing which you should keep in mind. Serious study will certainly help you succeed, okay. So with these words I close here, and I have just given you overview, at least touched topics and highlighted important things which you need to consider and prepare. Rest, I think you have the good background, you have the good understanding, and since you are doing this course, you have gathered a lot of courage, in fact, and you are capable of, I believe so. So do it as much as you can and prove that yes, you are really capable, okay. You have that ability to prove yourself. So great. With these words I would like to close this session. In case you have any of you have any question or any doubts that you want me to clear, or anything simply you want to say or ask, you are welcome. You can ask it within a couple of minutes and then we'll close. Okay, any question? All right. Okay. Okay, no question. So we will close here and see you in the next.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, walaikum salam.
Sir, actually around 342 pages are there in the text. In this, the main thing, especially coming for this one examination, the one we can concentrate
Yeah, yeah,
on
that
this.
is, yeah, that is to some extent I was touching upon, but I
Mm,
think you should mainly, though we'll have some special, if we will try our best to hold a special session for exam where we can guide you, but still I think that you should not worry about this, because most of these are exercises and then text
because
and
when we are reading about Khalil Gibran itself, it is coming around 2-3 pages. The
no,
all about. Mm,
his life and work, okay.
mm,
So you should
mm.
focus on it. Khalil Gibran, hayatuhu wa amaluhu. Okay.
Ah,
Similarly, Taha Hussain, hayatuhu wa amaluhu. Okay.
okay. Mm,
Mustafa Lutfi Manfuruti, hayatuhu wa amaluhu.
ah,
Okay. If you can find some information about his important works like An-Nazarat, Al-Awrat, or his translation from French like Majdulin. So it is good if you
Uh,
can read that. Okay, then
okay.
you should be able to prepare تطور الرواية, تطور القصة القصيرة في العربية,
Hmm.
الأدب العربي, وتطور المسرحية. These are very important things. Okay, which you should keep in mind and prepare.
Hmm.
Details are there. Okay, then حركات,
Okay.
الحركة آه، الرومانسية, الواقعية, الحركة الرمزية. All these you should be able to prepare well. Then among the other among the poets, Ahmad Shauqi, very important poet of Egypt, very important figure. Okay, so حياته وأعماله وشعره. Okay,
Hmm.
Hafiz Ibrahim, حياته وأعماله وكتبه وشعره. All that. Okay, you should be able to prepare. His poem like on Arabic language, Al-Luqa al-Arabiya. Okay, so that poem is which I mentioned just now is where Arabic language says that it's capable of doing everything, of expressing all these ideas, and it's very rich language. Okay, so don't neglect the Arabic language. That is so. His poem on Arabic language is very important poem. You should focus on it. Okay,
Okay.
very important
This is
poem.
the last session, sir, or any other? Before exam, there will be another
For
sessions.
exam, we will try. Let's hope that we can, if we can manage at least one session, which will be exclusively for exam purpose, where we will
Yeah,
come
yes,
all your
we will have
questions.
an idea what are the portions covered in
Yeah,
exam.
yeah. So all these, but try to focus the portions which I am mentioning now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I have been noticed
So
this
yeah, all
point.
these. Yeah. So Hafiz Ibrahim, his poem Ahmad Shauqi I have mentioned. Then Najim Mahfouz. Okay,
Yeah.
Najim Mahfouz is very important.
Hmm.
So cover all these. Okay, and then we will try to have a session, dedicated session for exam.
Actually, any one of the poet only we have to write, no exam, or any one of or any two of them.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. But you don't know now which poets will be there in exam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is the.
that's why you have to prepare no uh,
Hmm.
these important poets or important writers.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that is why there is syllabus. That is why there is study material for you to prepare. Okay. But
Hmm.
yeah, so these details will be there, and in exam you will have 7 questions out of you will attempt only 5, so 2 questions you can skip. Okay, so
Okay.
you will have options. Suppose you find 1 or 2 questions very difficult, so you can leave
Hmm.
all this. Okay, you need to
Uh,
attempt only 5. Sometimes
yeah,
during
5 out of 7.
some
Yeah.
students they start and they attempt all the questions. Okay, so
Hmm.
that is not a good
Yeah.
practice. Okay, because you cannot handle all the questions and you are not required to
Hmm.
do it. So
Hmm.
select 5 easy ones. Okay, 5 questions
Okay.
which are you are comfortable with, and leave the 2 which you think are difficult. Okay, so that will be there. Okay, so okay, these are the important things. I am not touching upon all those areas which are not.
Sir, one doubt is
Yes,
which how many times is exam times? Is
3
two
hours,
hours,
3 hours.
3 hours. Is 100 marks. One
Yeah,
paper is all out of 100.
100 marks. Yes, each question 20 marks, and five
Huh?
questions 100. Each question 20 marks. Total, you will attempt 5 questions, so 100 marks.
400. 400 is a four paper.
Yeah,
Each one paper is 100. Okay.
100 is yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other question? Okay, any other question, or should we close it?
How many pages to write to get 20 marks?
Just speak loudly. I'm not able to hear.
20 mark question. How many pages needs?
How many pages you attempt? Three.
How many pages needs to answer?
How many pages? Answer.
Uh, answer need to answer to get 20 marks.
Yeah, pages are not that important. The main thing is that you should be able to cover all these, information. You should be able to give information, cover the all these facts. Okay, but minimum 3 pages. Okay, 3 pages.
Okay. Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, is it okay? Should we close it now? Hello. Okay, so now close. We close it. Okay. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
sir. Thank you.
Okay. Masalam. Masalam.
Okay, thank you, sir. Masalam.
Oh, masalam.